What if I told you the richest person who ever lived wasn't Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or John D. Rockefeller? What if I told you there was a man whose wealth was so vast, it's simply incomprehensible? This is the story of Mansa Musa, the king of kings, the 10th sultan of the Malian Empire, who turned the Sahara Desert into a river of gold. To understand the man, you must first understand his kingdom. In the early 14th century, the Malian Empire was a global superpower. Its strategic location gave it control of the vital trans-Saharan trade routes. From the north came precious salt, and from the south came the gold itself. Mali was home to the legendary Bambuk and Wanyara gold fields, the source of more than half of the Old World's gold supply. Mansa Musa ascended to the throne around 1312 after his predecessor, Abu Bakr II, disappeared exploring the Atlantic. The world would soon learn his name. In 1324, Mansa Musa, a devout Muslim, decided to fulfill one of the 5 pillars of his faith, the Hajj, a sacred pilgrimage to Mecca. But a king of his stature travels with his entire kingdom in tow. What left the capital of Niani wasn't a caravan, it was a moving city. The procession included 60,000 men, soldiers, royal guards, merchants, and scholars. It included 12,000 enslaved people, each dressed in fine silk and carrying a 4-pound bar of pure gold. And then, the baggage train, 80 camels, each loaded with hundreds of pounds of gold dust. This was a statement of Mali's power and piety, rolling across the Sahara. When this golden city arrived in Cairo, Egypt, the world took notice. Mansa Musa began to spend, giving gold to the poor, scholars, and local officials, and buying souvenirs without haggling. But there's a problem with having too much gold. When you flood a market with a commodity, its value plummets. Mansa Musa gave away so much gold, he saturated the entire Mediterranean market, crashing the price of gold in Cairo, Alexandria, and beyond. It took over a decade for the region to recover from the economic shock. Mansa Musa's journey wasn't just about spending. It was about investing. On his way home, he saw the economic chaos he had caused and reportedly tried to fix it by borrowing back gold from Egyptian lenders at exorbitant interest rates. He was, for a moment, the only man in history to personally control the price of gold on a global scale. He returned to Mali not just with gold, but with the greatest minds he could find: scholars, architects, poets, and astronomers. He transformed his empire, funding a massive building program in cities like Timbuktu and Gao. He commissioned the legendary Jingareber Mosque, and Timbuktu became a world-renowned center of learning. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage had done its job. He had, quite literally, put Mali on the map. This is the Catalan Atlas, drawn in 1375, depicting Mansa Musa as a European king, holding a scepter and a pure gold orb. For the first time, a European map showed an African king, recognizing him as the undisputed king of gold. So why isn't Mansa Musa a household name, like Genghis Khan or Alexander the Great? Because empires rise and they fall. After his death, his sons couldn't hold the vast empire together. Internal strife weakened it, and new trade routes established by the Portuguese on the coast bypassed the old desert highways. The golden age of Mali faded. His story was buried by the desert sands, and later, obscured by colonialism. But his legacy is more than just gold. It's a story of faith, immense ambition, and the complex, world-changing power of wealth. It's a reminder that history is far richer and more global than we're often taught.